DreAllDay.com.
Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Today's daily motivation is do not expect appreciation. What I mean by this is the following. This message, I want to be clear. I'm talking to a specific segment of the audience here when I'm saying what I'm about to say. And I'm talking to people who are high achievers. You are the creators, you are the builders out there. The majority of my audience are people who are entrepreneurial in mind, if not entrepreneurial in fact. And we're the people who make society move. All right, society moves because entrepreneurs come up with ideas and we go put them out into the marketplace and we make things happen. And entrepreneurs are at the same time, we all have to be salespeople. You got to sell people your products and services. You got to sell your staff. You got to sell the marketplace. So we're entrepreneurs and salespeople. These are the people who I'm talking to, just to make sure that I'm being clear. When you're out there doing your thing and creating and making money move and making people move and making minds move, and you're creating markets and creating opportunities and capitalizing on the opportunities that you've created and all these things that you're doing in the marketplace that previously were not happening, understand that for the most part, as a general rule, you're not going to be appreciated for what you do. You're not going to get a whole bunch of open appreciation. You're not going to get a standing ovation. There's not going to be any big party for you for the things that you've done, because for a couple of reasons. Two reasons specifically that I want to point out. I might think of another one while I'm talking here, but two specifically that I have in my mind. Number one is that most people by definition are average. Most people are not like you. They're not like us. They are not creators. They are not out there making things happen. They are basically letting whatever happens happen to them. They're not going and making stuff occur. They are allowing things to occur to them. That's how most people live their lives. Most people are, again, as I said, average. Most people are not salespeople. They cannot go and create an opportunity out of nothing. They cannot go create something out of nothing. They can't take a losing situation and turn it into a winning situation. They aren't like us. Again, most people are not like this. So when you go out there and you create and you're doing all these things that most average people cannot and will not ever do, they're not going to appreciate you, because the more you do it, your success is a representation of their lack of ability to do what you're doing. Everything you do, and the more you do it, it's holding up a mirror to them that they ain't doing it. You understand? So they're not going to appreciate you. They may quietly, grudgingly, silently admire what you're doing and wish that they could be more like you, but they're not going to openly appreciate you for it, as a general rule. I'm not saying that nobody's ever going to offer you appreciation. What I'm saying is that as a general rule, there are many more people who admire and appreciate what you do than you will actually know about, because they're not going to tell you. That's the first point. Second one is this. If you are a creator, you're out there making it happen and you're doing it consistently and you're doing it successfully, and this just is a normal part of who you are as a person, eventually, here's what happens. And this happens pretty quickly, folks. People just get used to you being that guy. They get used to you being that girl. They get used to you doing this to the point that it's not even news when you go and create something else or make something else happen or win again. It's just normal. Like you see behind me, you're watching this on video. You see all these books behind me. These are my books. I write these books. I've written 33 books. I put out that right there called the Black Book. I put this out every month. So if you count those as books, and these are 300 pages, you count those, I got like 100 books. All right, and I got the Bulletproof Bulletin, which I put out every month. You see that one right there? There's another one right there. I put these out every month. You counted those as books. I might have 1,000 books. All right, at some point I'll have 1,000. I'm saying that to say this. Every time I put out a new book now, there's no celebration. All right, there's no parade. All right, there's no award show because I put out a book, because it's normal for me to put out a book. You get what I'm saying? If you're a salesperson, you're an entrepreneur, you're a person who knows how to make money move, you going and making a sale and making money ain't news anymore. Why? Because you do it all the time. So then someone who has done 10% of what you've done, they go do something similar to what you did. Everybody's like having this big party and everybody's all excited. And you're looking at them like, yo, I've been doing that for 10 years. Why ain't nobody celebrate when I do it? Because this is why. People just get used to you succeeding to the point that it ain't news when you succeed anymore. This is the game when you become a high level performer, is that people aren't excited anymore. They're not surprised when you win because they're used to you winning. If you don't win, that's a surprise. If you don't produce something, that's a surprise. But the fact that you're producing, you're not going to get appreciated that much for it, simply because people are so used to you doing it that they just expect that you expect it, and that you're not looking for any appreciation, then they're going to give you any. So I want you to have the mental toughness and the discipline to understand that people aren't going to keep clapping for you after the first couple of times that you do something, because again, it becomes normal. And human beings, we are creatures of habit, and we get used to things relatively quickly. So anything that seems abnormal to you the first time you do it keep doing that same thing. Eventually, you get so used to it that you don't even realize that you're doing it. That applies to damn near anything in life. We are great. Human beings are great at adapting to things mentally and physically. So I just want you all to keep this in mind for you high achievers out there. Don't expect people to celebrate your successes, because if you're doing it enough, often enough, then it's just like normal. It's like the sun coming up. Nobody celebrates the sun coming up because they're so used to it. They almost come to expect it. They almost seem entitled to the fact the sun's going to come up. And this is how people are going to look at your success. So with that said, make sure you leave a comment in this video. Let me know the best action step you took based on this vid. Text me so you're in my text community. I send out a free Monday motivation text every week. You also have the option, if you want, to sign up for the daily motivation text. Just text me at my number, 305-384-6894. You'll be getting that text every week, at least that one every week, straight to your phone for free. Make sure you go to workonyourgameuniversity.com. Any of you is interested in being coached directly, I coach people only in one place. That's at workonyourgameuniversity.com. That's also where all our courses, trainings, basically everything that we're doing is happening in Work on Your Game University. So we're streamlining everything to the university. So that link is down below. Again, is workonyourgameuniversity.com. And then make sure you do all the YouTube stuff while you're here. Subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, like this video, share the link to this vid with somebody who needs to hear this message, because you ain't the only one. So if you have friends who are on the same path as you, make sure they understand this as well, so y'all don't have false expectations of what's actually going to happen out there. Work on your game. Dre, all